Hello everybody, Twitch Nitro here, and welcome back to another Build a Map episode. This is episode 6 now, I think. Not sure how many episodes will be left, and as you can see I've gotten quite a lot of visual aesthetic work done here, and also a lot of the functionality. So I'm going to start the beginning of this episode just outlining what I've done. So as you can see here, I designed what I wanted the stands to look like with the seating, and I've implemented that over here. I think it's quite fancy with the same sort of house style. I've copied the house style over, except for the seating I used this color of wood because I've mainly just used that for the other stuff. The back looks pretty good over here. I love that you can do this stuff with stairs. It's really good. So I've had to heavy use of that. Yeah, so this is sort of like the entrance way. It'll all be terraformed later after I've finished with the functionality. Speaking of which, the functionality, I've finished the bus lines here from the ending platform. I've also expanded the space down here by tons because we're going to get to work down here under the hood again this episode. So these are all working, and what I've done now is I've actually moved the pulse shorteners or the monostables. I've moved them all over to this side, so it shortens the pulse that's directly going into this, and that's well, I've moved that over obviously, and that's because when I was testing it there was some serious problems with like way too many multiple finishes, and I think that's going to really sort of help the map iron out some of the little flaws which I came across. And of course this all goes into the bus line. It's kind of messy, but it was just sort of the most direct route I could think of at the time. No need for it to be fancy wiring. It all goes into here properly. I've also added a little bit of something, a little bit of something that makes it pretty fun. I'm actually going to turn it on to nighttime for this, although it'll probably switch to daytime because I've got the thing on, don't I? So if I start the round, this should work hopefully. And if we keep an eye on the victory sign once they reach the end. Hey! I thought that was a nice little added, bonus to the map. And they're dead, good, and everyone's been sent home. So yeah, at the moment multiple people do finish pretty much all the time. I think it might just be because of the potion imbalancing. Doesn't really matter too much if multiple people end. I just really love the idea of a race. Yeah, I'm going to change the sort of potent stuff, the potency and stuff of these. So the chances of the zombies being different speeds will increase. Yeah, let me just reset that. I think if I just press this button down here, the screen should reset. Check that out. Yeah, I just like to keep it reset. When you get the map, it'll all be reset and stuff, and then, yeah. Problem is these pistons, when they push up, they actually interfere with the ground layer. So I'm going to have to build something here that's actually a little bit higher. I might just make a little hill across here, because I want to make a sort of scenery around this. Right, so I think that's all of the functionality. First things first on today's agenda is work out where the heck we want to put the starting button. Where do we want to put the single functionality button? I just want to have one button, a player can press, and it's race on sort of thing, I might want to have multiple places for it, because the view up here is quite nice. There's no real way of wiring it down. Well, actually, no, yeah, there is. I could wire it down inside here and have it as a sort of thing that you can see. Could also have it on the side here. Button, push that, game starts. Well, let's see, you push it, and then I guess it should probably give you time to go to your stands if you want to look at it from a different angle. Push button. Yeah, that's a good place for it. Doesn't quite make much sense in the great scheme of things. I want to build some little buildings and stuff as sort of like betting areas where which will just have like little villages in and stuff, and I want to put some villagers in that will sort of be watching the race, and some general villagers which will just mumble around and do villager type stuff. Could have it as pressure plates on the floor. You walk in and the stadium comes alive with the race. Well, time's getting on and I really want to do some other stuff, so I can't spend all day thinking about a little thing like this. So should I stop recording and work it out, or should I settle with that? See, I'm thinking what I'll do in future versions of the map build series when I do them is I'm going to actually record them and put them up instead of build the map and then put them up afterwards. Because I really want your guys' input right now. This would be something that I would do, and then you guys could say, no, Twitch, please. That is a horrible place to put the button. And then you could tell me off for it, and I would go, oh, alright. I guess you're right. I'll put it somewhere else. Could make a little... See, I was thinking, just put a little button thing here, but then if you're standing here, it is in the way. Decisions! Yeah, that might be nice. Literally just putting the buttons on these. Push the button. Click. So you can be standing already on the stands, and you can click the button from here and take your seat on the second row and watch it. And you can do the same in this stand over here. Click the button. And it'll be sort of all inlaid in, so it'd be very... it's a nice little thing. Okay, so these are where the button's going to be. So I'm going to make a note of that by making holes in my beloved map. There we go. And that's where we need to take the redstone signal from. Why can't we put buttons on top? It makes sense. It's like a quiz show. Pushing buttons? Really? Problem is to get underneath I now have to fly for ages. Alright, let's just... Oh, yeah. Oops. I kind of forgot that that's why I put the glowstone there. That and to light this area up. Another thing I want to do today is... Sorry, there we go. Yeah. Another thing I want to do is build the areas for where the mob spawners will go. So when you press the button, it spawns each of the zombies, and it will go spawn, 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 spawn. And so the spawner will just have enough time to spawn one zombie, and the light will be on in the spawn room because of the method I'm going to use for that. Is that right? Yeah, that's cool. So you can even push it from here, and good, 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 wonderful. And now we know where the button placement is. We can feed that into anything we do, and we can bring this start button actually underneath here now, instead of how we had it before. Okay, so that'll get in the way a little, but I'll work it out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into MC Edit and use my creative mode, and I am going to change down here. I'm going to do that off camera and then show you the result, and I'm probably going to wire up the buttons there so that at least they can directly activate these. Also, the fireworks up there in these dispensers aren't infinite, so they won't last forever. So I need to do my little glitch on them. Some of the things in here have been glitched. These that look like there's only one potion, there are actually an infinite supply. These will just go forever. And that was done in MC Edit by setting the number of items to -1, and that's what does that, just in case you are an NC Edit user. So, I will go off, I shall do that, and I will see you in a second when this reaches its conclusion. Okay. Come on. Come on, blue. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, come on. God. No. Blast. Oh, welcome back everyone. 3 winners. I'm still gonna test some stuff to see if I cannot fix the multiple winners thing. Sometimes it works fine, and sometimes you get multiple winners. Sometimes, apparently, you still get 3. That's quite a lot, but it's just the redstone. It's just not fast enough. I know there's a there's a way to do this with some very more complex redstone, but yeah, I don't particularly feel like everything worked down here. Yeah. Don't particularly feel like implementing that level of redstone sophistication, especially as I'm trying to get this done quickly. So yeah, I've wired in the functionality for the start buttons, only part of the functionality. I just basically just directly wired it in, sorry. Nothing fancy at all. And this is the main feature. These are the spawn areas. The wool here will be replaced by the defaults, the specialized spawner I make. I'm going to make an individual spawner for each of them to spawn their own special zombie wearing armor that's that color and a special head for each one, which will be a block of wool. So they're very distinctive characters. I'm going to make the armor and the zombies off camera. What I do want to make on camera is these. The default state of each of these has to be on. So yeah, I didn't think that would power the middle one. Something told me deep down that that wouldn't work. Let's see if this does. Let me guess, it's just this one? Yeah. What if I just did this? Awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going to wire up these, I think. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to derp on camera, and I thought that might have been some pretty good viewing, but apparently I'm just too good. By the way, that's just not true. I'm not that good at this stuff. Himnit, that's good. I would say that I'm decent. I'm alright. Given time, I can work out pretty much any problem I'm given. But that's kind of how anybody works. I'm a firm believer that anyone can work out anything given a specific amount of time. Let's just do that. So basically what will happen is when you press that button up there, before any of this stuff on this half gets set off, these will all pulse off, allowing zombies to spawn in their darkened state. And the zombies won't be spawning down there, only the spawners will be down there. The zombies will be spawning up here in their various colours and awesomenesses. There we go. Cross beams for wiring it up. Not you. And derp. And then a middle row here. Oop. With a repeater. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, it's actually the repeater's not even really needed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, I'll put the repeaters there anyway. They'll sort of make it so these two spawn, these two spawn, and these two spawn. So that's black, green, then what? White, blue, and then yeah. So they'll spawn from the inside to the outside. Sounds pretty decent to me. And let's just test that. A boot on. Get ourselves a 77. You know what? I might not even yeah, I might not even have to put a delay on that. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. So not too much this episode. Extensional on camera. Lots of work behind the behind the scenes on this build. I'll work on wiring this in and work it on the zombies. I'm going to do the zombies off camera because all the zombie stuff is just NBT editing. I'm going to be using NBT Explorer and MC Edit and just custom designing some zombies for the job at hand. And that's going to be quite fun because I've always liked tweaking the spawners and stuff. Very enjoyable for me. So I think I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, always helps out. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Well, there are no zombies in there.